Now, to set our welcoming address, I do want to mention a quick apology from the President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan. He was travelling, and unfortunately his travel plans didn't go as expected, so he sends his deepest apologies. He can't join us today. But we do have with us a wonderful speaker who's going to deliver the keynote address, and indeed a man who has more than 3 decades of unparalleled experience in this business, particularly with an emphasis on audit and tax. He is the Vice President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan for the northern region here. So please, a very, very warm welcome to Mr. Nazir Chowdhury.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Distinguished speakers, guests, colleagues, Assalamu alaikum. I am extremely privileged to welcome you to 6th CFO Conference 2012. Theme CFO, Driving Sustainable Organizational Success. On behalf of the Council of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan, I would like to thank the speakers for their kind acceptance of our invitation. We are indeed looking forward to hearing from them and benefit from their expertise. I would also like to thank the conference delegates for being with us today. I hope you will find the experience sharing session very insightful and interesting. ICAP, since its establishment in 1961, has remained steadfast in its role as a provider, both for the membership and the students. The Institute adopts a parental role of a student during the early years of entry into a profession which, on qualifying, changes into a more supportive one, dedicated to provide avenues for continuous professional development for its membership, and well as to regulate profession through monitoring of its membership, which is well over 5,000 today. With more than 85% of our membership employed in business industry, the initiative of the Institute Professional Development in Business Committee under Mr. Yaqub Sattar leadership, the CFO conference was much needed. The conference is now in 3rd year, with 2 conferences being held in each year. Through this, the Institute wishes to bring together the stakeholders to deliberate on the emergent trends in business, environment in general, and financial and accountancy profession in particular. It is due to the encouragement received from all of you that we are here today at the 6th such conference in the series. I am inclined to share with you the quotation of the Charles Darwin. It is not the strongest of the species that survives or most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. The concept growing to update one's knowledge increasingly often our risk becomes obsolete, even though is true for all the profession in all the industries carries greater importance and relevancy from the for modern CFO. Even though accounting is perhaps one of the oldest professions, it has evolved even more over the decades. The CFO have witnessed the greatest transition, largely due to escalating competition, globalization of the business practices and standards. They are no longer the backstage number crusher, rather are now the key driver for strategic and positive change, optimizing delivery on business targets in line with these statutory and ethical obligation of good corporate governance and responsible citizenship. This necessitates that professionals in business are not only competent but also versatile and far-sighted enough for creating, enabling, preserving, and reporting of the sustainable value chain. For this, the CFO has to assume an effective strategic leadership role focused on the sustainable value creation by working on integrated governance, risk and control, and managing talent to achieve the operational excellence. I am positive that majority of us present here must be familiar with sustainability, a concept fast creating its place in the global business environment and information disclosure regime. According to the sustainability business model, profits are no longer the sole determinant of success, which must also take into account good governance imperatives. Today, the investors are increasing pressure towards the sustainability, making it major protector for companies against rising costs, damage to brand and reputation, existing and future environmental legal mandates as well, shifting customer and market expectation. While there are deep concerns if there is a poor or non-existing reporting, the ability to report is a signal to stakeholders that the issues of sustainability are being taken seriously and provides accountability to the stakeholders to track the progress. Under these circumstances, the modern CFO's job scope has widened considerably. They are now expected to fulfill a far more strategic role in the organization. One of the key changes has been the requirement for CFOs to perform visionary function. No longer are they merely required to give an accurate analysis of the figure, but they are now expected to provide reliable forecast of future scenarios and risks. On the top of this, CFO are required to skillfully communicate this analysis to the rest of the organization, something that was certainly not within the job description of the CFO of the past. The CFOs is also now responsible for enabling a system of sustainability reporting for information of the stakeholder as well as good governance across companies. The changing trend and the roles has undoubtedly put the CFO in spotlight where they are looked up to bring sustainable organizational success, for which vision, mindset, and skill to enlarge their job role and take in company operation is essential. Market studies, which include the reports of DNA of the CFO, have consistently shown that delivering commercial insight to the business is the most significant way in which the finance can add value. CFOs and the finance function should act more strategically and more commercially, improving performance by delivering insight to decision makers. This role has typically been described as a business partnering with the CFO, acting as a catalyst or value integrator. As a catalyst for change, they need to willing to stick their toe in the water. I would say, go ahead, let the companies make some mistakes, but make sure that they fail fast. There is nothing worse for destroying value than a long, tortuous period of underperformance in which nobody ever makes a decision. In other words, enable the company to grow liberally, but manage your financial conservatively. Interestingly, finance too often acts as an observer of performance during the periods of growth and profitability, so that the business results are more likely to be driven by market conditions than the finance ability to help decision makers optimize market opportunities.